party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here. Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man. VHS Bandits. Boogie! 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 VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell Academy.
Don't need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of VHS Bandits. This week we watched South Beach Academy. Let's pop in the tape.
Billy Spencer
Fake breasts. I mean, they do it for me.
and his big brother Harry
The name's Spencer, Harry Spencer.
must help their crazy Uncle Gene
The favorite uncle? Huh?
to save the South Beach Academy from this man. While saving summer for their friends.
Count me in, beach dudes.
Let's hope they don't get too distracted.
Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Join Corey Feldman, star of The Lost Boys and Licensed to Drive.
I
James Hong from Wayne's World 2 and Tank Girl.
I got him.
The Munsters' grandpa, Al Lewis. And some of South Beach, Florida's most beautiful beach bunnies in the wacky comedy that's sure to become a cult favorite. South Beach Academy.
You gotta love it.
From Live Entertainment.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome again to VHS Bandits. I am one of your hosts, the KevBot.
I guess I'm another one of your hosts, Dane Train.
I'm Topher Hansen, the other one of the hosts. Here.
What's going
We can say
on?
co-hosts.
I never know what to say. I say it's so
I think
inconsistent.
we should go back to you just saying if you just say, "Hey, I'm KevBot," and then you go back. And with me, as always, I miss those days. I know
Okay.
we're not
All right,
always.
you know what?
It's so much easier on my brain.
Why
This
don't-
is just
Why don't
a
we
personal
Why don't we do
request.
this then? We'll rewind the tape. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of VHS Bandits. I'm the KevBot. Here with me as always.
It's Dane Train.
And I'm the KevBot. Shit! Fuck!
Too bad.
Shit!
We're not
Oh.
doing. I'm a one take kind of guy.
All right, South Beach Academy it is.
All right, KevBot and KevBot. So,
South Beach
KevBot,
Academy.
what do you think? KevBot, what do you think? KevBot,
I think the
KevBot?
trailers were awesome.
Yes.
They were.
Yeah.
Charlie
Hey.
Sheen in
right.
The Arrival, and
I
then
always
Yeah.
another one.
the fat boys in Fat Beach Academy.
Dude, Fat Beach, man. I want to see that
wish
movie
we
so
watched
bad.
that. Is it called
Pretty
Fat
cool
Beach?
one.
Was that it?
Fat Beach, yeah, P-H-A-T, Fat.
That movie looks fucking awesome.
Beach.
Yeah, it does.
Man, we gotta
Looks so
do
good.
Fat Beach instead
And
of South Beach
the
Academy.
trailer
Yeah.
had party
Fucked up.
hats.
I know.
Oh, yeah, it did.
That was a red
Yeah, I
band
never seen a trailer with party hats before.
Mm.
That was great.
Yep.
So happy summer!
Yeah.
Have you guys been at your at your beach academy? Have you passed beach academy to make sure that you're behaving properly on the? I don't know what the fuck this movie's about. Why there's an
I'm
academy
going to the
on
beach tomorrow.
Hey!
For the first
Whoa,
time in
do
years.
you have your beach academy diploma?
my certification.
Yeah, you're gonna get thrown out.
My associate's degree in beachology.
You better bring that with you, or the lifeguard's
Dude.
gonna throw you out.
Well, you know
To
what
the
is
sharks.
without question. You know what is the best part of this entire fucking movie?
The
The drill sergeant.
yeah.
At
Who has
South Beach Academy going,
nothing to do
"Go ahead!"
with the plot of the movie at all, and does not
Yep.
interact with any of the main characters.
Oh,
He interacts
Nope,
with
he's
the
just this guy.
one guy once. That's it.
I don't remember that. It must have been at the very beginning.
It
They must
was
have
in a
walked
training
past each
montage.
other. Okay.
They had a training
has
montage.
nothing to do with the movie at all. But he's the best part
Oh
of the
yeah,
movie.
he was awesome.
Hands down.
Yep.
Hey, well,
Um,
before we get into this, let me just go right in. I got some super fans, super shout outs to do.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
So I was at Mad Monster in Arizona, promoting Teddy Told Me To, available soon in a theater near you.
Available?
Potentially.
Available.
Well, that's from available at Caldor and Bradley location.
Caldor and
It's
Wal
from an
and
old
Bradley's.
commercial me and Dane did for some action figure, whatever. It doesn't.
when we were kids.
Yeah. It's like some
Available
dude
at
club
Wal.
stuff.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, while I was there, I ran into Superfan Your Doom 666, aka Super Beast 666, aka Infernal Desecration. Well, that's his band, Infernal Desecration. But so I was there, like, at the booth, and nobody knows who the fuck I am, obviously. But we were signing for Teddy Told Me To, me and Kamara and Tom Devlin and everyone. And I guess he recognized my voice from the show.
Whoa.
And I was like way more excited than he was. Someone knows who I am. Oh my God. And then Kamara was there and she was like, "Hey, do you want a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." and then like in
People like
retrospect, she was clearly talking to him.
So what did he say? Did he approach you and he was like, "Hey, are you the guy from VHS Bandits?"
VHS Bandits? Fuck you, man! You suck. Yeah, he spit in my face.
See, that's what I
and
expect.
slapped me with my
Are you
own
Topher
poster.
Hansen from VHS Bandits? Depends. Do
He
you
was
like
actually
me?
just
No.
there to serve
Then
me
I'm the
papers
Kevbot
to,
from
to
VHS
a lawsuit
Bandits.
against the show.
I just think of like at the end of VHS when the little old lady goes to RJ Fletcher. Are you RJ Fletcher? Yeah.
Right. Thankfully, it did not go that way. But it was great to meet you, dude. I was way more excited than to meet you. It's just great knowing, like, oh, we do have, like, it's so wild, like, you know, we're just doing this podcast and, like, people actually listen to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like something that crosses your mind.
Some years ago, Kevin and I went to a tape swap up in was it Maine?
Yeah.
And we brought like those nice like Sharpie pens that are like silver and stuff, in case anybody wanted us. The VHS Bandits to like sign a tape or whatever. No, nobody wanted any autographs
You know
from
who
us.
I am.
Pretty much
I
everyone.
don't think nobody there knew who we were. Oh well.
Hey, that's quite all right.
In fact, it seemed like most people there were like, "Yeah, we have a podcast," and it's like, "Of course."
Yeah.
But are they bandits?
You and everybody else.
we get drunk and eat chicken wings, and it's called Chicks and Chicken, and this is my girl voice. Chicks and Chicken.
And you might need to get that checked
from
out.
Framingham State Prison. From Big Bertha or whatever.
Bertha.
Yeah, I also got to give another super fan shout out to Plug Ugly. So these are their Instagram handles, guys. So follow them on Instagram. And Plug Ugly's got an uglykidsclub.bigcartel.com where he sells. It's ugly with an IE. He sells a bunch of like cool merch and like some cool earnest shit. And I mean, if you're a VHS bandit, you just check this out. You're gonna want to buy some shit. And it's awesome. And he suggests that we do Airborne and Brink. And he's been rollerblading around the country in 80 days listening to the VHS Bandits. So
I hope
you're
I'm sorry to
rolling
say,
up a storm right now, Plug Ugly.
We don't have either of those movies.
No, those
unfortunately.
those are hard to find on VHS.
And they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
We did Gleam in the Cube.
We did, yeah.
Right? That's close enough, right?
Hey, I'm sorry to inform you, it's gonna have to be close enough, Plug Ugly. If you wanna,
although
just
Brink
rewind to the Gleam of the Cube episode.
Brink and Airborne, I watched those on Disney Plus with my wife not that long ago. There was another one called Motocross that we watched. That was a lot of fun. That was good.
And Johnny Tsunami.
Oh yeah, we watched Luck of the Irish on there not too long ago. That was
nice.
fun.
Wow.
So, yep, going back to all the.
I
the
like
90s Disney
Phantom
movies.
of the Megaplex is probably my.
It's in my queue.
That's a
Dying
good
to
one.
see it.
That's
What
a
about
good
My
one.
Day
Yeah.
with the President's Daughter?
Dying to see that too. It's got Will
Yeah.
Friedle in there, right?
The day I
Yep.
got shot by Secret Service.
And then,
what's that Mummy one? You know the Mummy one?
Under wraps.
All under wraps.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
and then Smart House. Wait, didn't we do
Yeah,
that one?
we did
yeah,
Smart
did
House.
that one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys did
Smart
it.
House was
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's on there.
but I did watch that one fairly recently on Disney Plus.
That's that same kid from Smart House is in
Luck of the Irish, yeah.
Irish too.
Yep.
See, and he's another one where he turns into like a mermaid or something. That's in my queue too.
Yeah,
It's called like the face of water. The water is colored blue or something like
something
that.
like that. Yeah.
Toilet water?
Toilet water is the color blue. I don't know. That's,
Yeah,
it's
you ever
the name
use one of those
the name of
Clorox
a
pods?
I just put them in.
Yeah,
Just put them in. Gotta
you put them in the
gotta
tank.
clean
boop,
off a,
you know?
Put 'em in
a
there.
heavy turd explosion on the back of the porcelain.
Oh,
Hoping that does the trick.
wow.
Great.
So, speaking of the luck of the Irish, I guess since Dane Train isn't Irish, it's your fault that this movie
No.
sucked.
It's my. Oh,
Me
okay.
and Kev are bringing the Irish luck here. Where were you?
Oh man.
Come on.
So you thought South Beach Academy sucked? Did
Did
you?
you not? Hey,
it has
got
its ups and
it's got
downs.
it's like it's one of those put it on in the background and like do something else and look over at the party hats. every
I'm
once in a while.
honest. I'm honest. I'm somewhat shocked that is your response because if there's
Really?
anybody here that I think would have enjoyed this movie the most, it probably would have been you.
Wow, Kevbot must have
Yeah.
hated it. I enjoyed parts. There are parts.
Yup.
There are parts of the movie that I did like.
Any-
Don't get me wrong.
any-
Corey Feldman's
any-
fucking awesome in this.
Any part of this movie that starts with the word party and ends with the word hats is the best part of the movie.
Hey, it's a good formula.
And there's an abundance
There is.
of
There
that
is.
in this movie, which is great. And there's some bush
a little bit
in this movie,
bush. It was more
right in
like
front
a
of Corey
landing
Feldman's
strip.
face.
Dane, why don't you do the box and then we'll kind of get
Yeah.
into the movie because
Bush.
there's stuff I want
Yeah.
to bounce off you guys about this movie.
Bounce off of you. Right. Yeah.
supple and
Yeah.
plump.
Also, we
All
haven't
right.
mentioned yet, but also that's a good pun because they play volleyball, so they bounce
Yeah.
the ball.
Ooh. Good point.
Is that a spike? What is this?
All right, so-
touchdown.
I just something else I was going to talk about too. We'll get into it. All right. So, anywho, the front of the movie has a shot of Corey Feldman with this smug, shit-eating grin on his face.
With the
and-
goatee.
and
This
behind
is
him
goatee
is-
era Corey Feldman.
is
Goatee. This is
mid-90s?
goatee Michael Jackson era. Corey
Which
Feldman
is
too.
interesting because there is a Michael Jackson scene, but it is not Corey Feldman.
Yeah. It's a little.
true.
Yeah.
And it makes
So
no
it's
sense.
you got like you got some party hats and a bikini on the cover,
The cover's
right?
fucking awesome.
Corey Feldman. It says this year's student body is shaping up. All right, and on the back now, mind you, everybody, mind you. Corey Feldman is a side character in this
Of
movie.
course,
He's not
he is.
the
They
main
can't
character.
afford He should have been because the main character sucks. And Corey
Now the
Feldman
main
would have
character-
been awesome.
The main character in this movie is nowhere on this box whatsoever.
Because he
He's
sucks.
not on the
Probably with
pictures
good
on the back.
reason.
It's all Corey Feldman with a bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
There is no Corey Feldman at all. I'm sorry. There's no the other guy on this whatsoever. And they don't even say his name, the brother's name, who's the main character. They don't even say the. All right, so let me read the back here.
I wish he was in any other movies while you're doing that.
Yeah. A wide-eyed virgin, Corey Feldman of License to Drive and Lost Boys, goes on Babe Watch when he enrolls in his big brother's top-notch, top-heavy beach academy. But it's not all fun, buns, and games. Fun, buns, and games. His wacky uncle, Al Lewis, grandpa of TV's The Munster fame, has impulsively bet a jealous rival that South Beach's female volleyball team is invincible, using the family's business as collateral. Now the brothers must embark on a quest for curves and the perfect serve, curves and serves, to save the day in this sexy, buoyant beach adventure. His family could lose it all, but Billy just wants to lose his virginity. There you go.
So they...
You know, it's funny because at the end of this, they said his name, Billy, but at the beginning, they just said a wide-eyed virgin, Corey Feldman. They don't say his name.
Yeah.
So at the end, you're supposed to be like, who the fuck's Billy, almost, right? But yeah, that's that. I don't think that any of the girls on the back, maybe one of the girls, some of the girls in the back, definitely, I don't think are even in the movie. I don't even know.
Yeah, of course not.
Right?
No,
this girl's probably not
Corey
in the movie.
Feldman, I think they're in the movie.
That girl's in the movie. These girls aren't in the movie. That girl's not in the movie.
Well, yeah, whatever. I mean, who
I don't
knows?
know.
They're
Hey.
so, like...
I don't know.
It's not like the girls in the movie, like, have lines or anything.
So there was somebody cast in this movie as Nina the hot dog girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nina the hot
There's
dog girl.
one scene where a girl who you don't even see her face hands a hot dog over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she
I also wanted to talk of. I was gonna say, now the lead actor, the main character in this movie, isn't even the star billing on the back. It says, "Future Films presents Corey Feldman in South Beach Academy, starring Al Lewis, James Hong, and then Keith Coloris." I'm assuming Keith Coloris is the main character, right? But Al Lewis and James Hong get in there first.
G Fresh.
You know? Dude,
G-Fresh from
James
Orgasm.
Hong, man, he's one of
Great.
my favorites. James Hong is the best, and he fucking chews up this movie. He's awesome in this.
Basically just G Fresh.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And
now, one thing I did want to say real quick. Do you guys? I know, Kev, Bot, you got some things you wanted to get into too, but real quick, who else feels that at least 1/3 of this movie was ad-libbed?
that was what I was going to
Corey
say.
Feldman's
yeah,
lines.
all
Corey
of Corey
Feldman's
Feldman's lines. They just like...
Yeah.
Which they're better off for it.
They clearly got Corey Feldman somehow by saying most of your on-screen time will be watching strippers. We'll probably give you lots of cocaine, and you don't have to memorize any lines because half of the stuff he says makes no sense, does not add to anything, and is
take his character away, the movie still happens exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nothing changes at all.
Yeah.
Yep. Take away
That's
him.
why I was
take
saying,
away
just make him the main character. Like
See,
he
all
was
the
on
main
screen
characters-
enough that they probably could have filmed all his stuff in the same amount of time.
They probably tried,
You
and
know?
he probably did not do any of it.
That could have been the case. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think they were like reshoot everything with and then like Back to the Future it.
I don't know.
Who knows?
But all the best characters are people that were inconsequential to the movie's progression.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies where like the main character is the most boring, uninteresting character in the entire movie. Except like on the page, like he's one of those. It's very much it's a hard thing to pull off because a lot of movies try to do this and they just fail miserably. I think it was Hot Dog the movie. It's one of the ski movies where the main character is essentially the same guy as this, where he's like a super sarcastic, like he's supposed to be a funny guy, like, and he's an interesting character. He did it awesome in Hot Dog the movie. This one, he sucks at it. It's just the actor. Like it's not like I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but for this role, horribly miscast.
I agree.
Even the lead female, not great.
I've seen her in other stuff, but I can't put my picture. I can't put my finger on what else she's been in.
Yeah,
like I swear to God, and you could see her party hats too. So I'm like, what else was she in? Right? I don't know.
We need to start.
But I've definitely seen him.
Isn't that just Mr. Skin?
Yeah, but it's a different name and it's funnier to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if Corey Feldman would have played that guy, like Corey Feldman could have pulled that character off because he's funny and witty, but it was just like so dry, and like everyone else is so over the top. Like the military dude is, he's almost like an Ernest-esque character.
He's got the hat.
Yeah.
You know, I got to tell you, and I've said this about other movies of this ilk that were made in this era at this time in like the mid 90s. This to me is one of those movies that I feel would have been way better if it was made 10 years earlier in the mid 80s.
Oh yeah, it was probably just
this
a
would have
holdover.
made such a good 80s sex comedy. You know what I mean? Just the vibe alone, just the feeling.
I wonder when Fat Beach came out, because that looks like a fucking great movie.
I think Fat Beach came out
in the 90s, around the same time,
mid 90s, right? Yeah, but
it seemed more like a 90s movie than an 80s movie.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if this was more of an 80s movie, I think it would have. I think that this would have been pulled off better if it was more 80s than 90s. You know what I mean?
Hey, which fat boy are you?
I don't know. The fat one.
Man, we got to see that
good.
movie. I was just thinking about the Fat Boys trailer the entire time watching
this
movie.
But yeah, hey, should we do like a quick spinaroo around the block talking about what the hell this movie's about?
No.
No. Okay. All right then. Moving on.
The box pretty much says it.
Yeah, I guess so. Do you guys have any favorite parts in this movie?
No.
No.
The
trailer for Fat Beach.
Trailer for Fat Beach. No, the South Beach Academy drill instructor for everything. Like, he had instructions on, like, he's pretty much anytime he's holding
improv instructions.
Yeah, improv instructions.
Oh, definitely.
It's with a group of women, and it's always something like kind of silly, but he's putting his all into it and being like but keeps it together. Super deadpan, like super serious
he's
about
like
it.
Right out of Full Metal Jacket or something.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's over the top, but it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it's like he's telling the women, like, okay, you got to take your floaty, and they all have, you know, the floaties where it goes around their waist, and it's got like
horns and alligators.
And he has one too, and giving the instructions on that, and like they're doing some workouts, and he has like his tiny dog with him, and he's like, there was one scene where he was in like some tall grass that he peeked over, and then you see him hold up the dog next to him, and then he goes down, and the dog's still up, and the dog goes down. Like, just it adds nothing to the movie but filler.
It adds,
but
the only
somehow it
filler.
was the best parts of the
filler.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, at least the filler is good instead of, you know, the filler's usually like a bunch of boring dialogue that they're just like, talk a lot because we need to hit this runtime. But here they're just like, fuck it. We know the rest of this movie sucks. Just put in like funny, cool stuff and like titties for the filler.
Well, Well, the other filler that they had was at the strip club, which for like the first third of the movie, you're like, why are they focusing so much? There's like 6 scenes where it's with strippers, and one is Corey Feldman imagining, quote unquote, because people listening can't see my air quotes, fantasizing, quote unquote, about having a threesome on the stage. Like, apparently that's part of the story.
No,
but I don't know.
And so, like, we have to mention that the main character the movie starts off with this dude giving a voiceover, like he's a private detective type of thing, and then it just goes away halfway through the movie, and then maybe comes back
he
in.
talks to the camera. He breaks the fourth wall, and then it totally goes away.
I think his voiceover was okay. Is it like Texas Chainsaw Hooker or Hollywood
no,
Chainsaw?
he was narrating.
Oh yeah,
because he had a little recorder which came back at the end when he was like, "Oh, and
Right.
remember how the what's
But
his
why
name?"
the fuck is he doing that? Because he's talking as if he's not like, I need to pick up some milk and eggs later. And rewind. It's like he's talking to a third person, to us. Like, you know, you're not going to say.
It's not like dirty work. Note to self.
Yeah. Get ass wart cream for the warts on my ass.
That's a movie we should do.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, so
Man, that's
good.
one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he talks to himself in this like detective style for no reason, just because they were like, maybe it's funny. I don't fucking know. And then like his girlfriend is kidnapped, and then he meets G Fresh like tying her up, and then G Fresh he's like, "What are you gonna do, G Fresh?" And he's like, "I'm going to." This is not what he sounds like, but I can't do his. He's like a Japanese guy trying to be an Italian mobster. Like I think that was supposed to be a joke too.
His name was like Mr. Tortellini or something too, right?
Yeah. And then there's this guy. His like henchman is this like guy who's built like a bowling ball, but all muscle. He looks like Krang actually.
Oh yeah, he
like
totally
the body
does.
For
yeah,
Krang. He's got like the mohawk and stuff. And then so he's like, "What are you gonna do to my tied up girlfriend?" And he's like, "I'm going to do a Michael Jackson." And then he just Michael Jackson dances for no reason.
Yeah.
And then we get some random voiceover, and then the movie starts again. And
well, hey. You know, the funny thing with the Michael Jackson thing real quick was during the very beginning of that fantasy, the threesome fantasy, Corey Feldman suddenly has the Michael Jackson hat on, the fedora. And I'm like, oh, here we go. We're about to get into some Michael Jackson. And then he just takes it off, and that was it. And he just creepishly like holds the stripper pole looking at these chicks. And
you're right. You're right.
And I was kind of let down. I was kind of disappointed because I thought he was going to do some legit Michael Jackson shit right then and there, like he did in Dream a Little Dream 2 and
that's
every other movie
like
he did
part
at that
of
time.
the voiceover too, like to justify that scene. It just comes out of nowhere, and he's like, Corey Feldman has an imagination. Here's this scene, and like if you're recording into a voice recorder, would you say Corey Feldman has an imagination?
Why not? Wouldn't you?
Reminder to self: Corey Feldman has an.
I don't know.
Hey. But anyway.
I also want to talk about Al Lewis real quick.
He was good.
I thought he was great, and I really need to give it up for his girlfriend in the movie, who's always by his side, and she doesn't say a single word in the movie. She's like this, I don't know, like 25-year-old girl who's just kind of like, she's got this little shitty smile on her face. Anytime. And he's just like, "Hey, you alligator breath." And she's just right next to him. And the whole time I'm watching this movie, and I'm thinking, man, she's probably sucking Al Lewis's dick in this movie because he's this wicked rich guy who owns the Beach Cat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in terms of the character, you know, she's only with them because he's probably, you know, he's like this 85-year-old man who's got like a ton of money.
It's a wicked
right?
creepazoid.
So, wicked creepazoid. But there she is. And then, of course, they're fooling around underneath the blanket at the end of the movie.
But you notice when they put the blanket, like, they don't, like, you can see their bodies, like, they don't move underneath there. Like, their heads stay exactly where they are.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of, so this movie, it's Grandpa Munster owns a beach academy that's worth like $1 billion. He's got a gambling addiction. It's basically like the plot of the movie is kind of like UHF, where he's got this rich uncle who he needs to. UHF meets every other 80s movie where they have to have a
gotta
volleyball
save the place
fucking competition to save the beach or whatever. But this beach academy. There is no academy. What the fuck is a beach academy? Like, there's this one drill sergeant guy that they cut away to, like, every once in a while. But other than that, there is no academy. Like,
they apparently must have a campus because this guy is watching some lot of some sort that's got, you know, the security.
It's got the
parking,
the parking, the thing that comes up and down in front of your car, whatever you
so
call
he has
that.
a parking lot. Okay.
Yeah.
A parking lot does not an academy make.
He has people enrolled. Who knows?
But what do you learn at Beach Academy? You learn how to wear.
You learn how to swim.
And you have
You
to
learn
you
how
have
to
be
play volleyball.
25 to 35 to enroll.
Yep.
And have a crippling cocaine addiction.
You gotta be a beautiful woman in a bikini.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's Beach
pretty much
Academy
it.
right there.
That's
Yeah.
South Beach Academy.
I'm sorry, South Beach Academy. I just love like how
if there
serious
was a
James
North
Hong
Beach
was.
Academy and there was a rival,
It'd just
Chief
be
Fresh owned
it'd just be off the
yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah. Like anytime James Hong is like, I'm going to get you a Beach Academy. Like it's so serious when he says it, but I'm like,
The overall story besides
He probably
like,
improv'd a lot of his stuff too.
besides Al Lewis,
Yeah.
and his gambling thing made 0 sense. Like,
because it's filler.
yeah,
That's why.
like he lost one bet on a volleyball game, and then
For $200,000.
for $200,000, and then he goes double or nothing. And the main guy meets this girl who was an Olympic volleyball player
Who he
by
immediately
chance.
falls in love with.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm never playing volleyball again. And he's
And
like,
I-
that's fine. I'm totally cool with that.
I don't think
And then
I'm doing volleyball
he has to bail
style
her out.
anymore.
Or he
Yeah,
has to bail his
that's it.
grandfather out.
Oh.
And then the grandfather's like, no, you need to ask her. And then she's like, oh, well, conveniently, everyone does live in the South Beach area. And then, like...
For the Olympic volleyball team.
Yeah, for the Olympic volleyball team, who didn't play in the
All the
Olympics because
rejects.
they got blackmailed by by Mr. Tortellini. And then she was a double agent and working for him the whole time. And then,
But still good.
yeah, it's weird.
And then
But
they,
she
like,
didn't
get
want
married.
to because one night she was just like, okay, I'll do it. And then he showed up at her house and, the plot just hurts my head.
She got kidnapped in the middle of the volleyball tournament.
Yeah. And she got kidnapped. He went to get her and rescued her all in a volleyball game. And
Yeah,
the
and
thing
then
with
Corey
the volleyball
Feldman
game, too,
had to
is Corey
take
Feldman
over.
is announcing, and none of it has anything to do because he's just like,
it's
touchdown,
clearly
field goal,
shot on a
grand
different
slam. Yeah.
I definitely feel like this was the kind of movie that was just made with the target audience to be
Us.
us renting it just to watch some party
Yeah,
hats.
of course, man.
Yeah.
This probably goes hand in
Yeah.
hand with Vice Academy.
Yeah, we would if we were in like Cape Cod, like we'd have to like pause this while my mom like walked to the kitchen every like 30
Yep.
seconds and be like, "Oh, we're just doing homework, summer homework."
Yup.
And I gotta say, in the first volleyball tournament where he loses the bet for $200,000, it like the so the bowling ball man, the henchman, is like
Yeah.
the evil volleyball coach who's in line with Mr. Tortellini, and our main character, I guess, is the coach of the good, the good guy volleyball team, and the good guys are winning. And then, like, towards the end, the bowling ball coach man just says, he just like does a thumbs down to signal his volleyball players, and they're like, okay, we have to play good now, and then they win.
Well, they
played
played
dirty.
dirty. They were like they were punching people in the balls and showing off their tits to distract the other
Hey,
players.
man, that's beach volleyball. That's prison rules.
That's South Beach rules.
By the way,
if it was
there-
North
I
Beach,
think
that
that-
wouldn't fly.
I got a big feeling that here on
They'd be all
South
strung
Beach,
out on heroin anyway.
I think South Beach is obviously a nude beach because they were just topless chicks
Hey,
walking
it's the beach of the
everywhere, just like
90s.
it was. Yeah. The beach of the '90s. that explains it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, long butts and party hats.
I mean,
the
that's
beach.
why creepy Uncle Al Lewis was hanging out there, and Ron Jeremy, the strip club owner.
Yep. Ron Jeremy was pretty good in this movie too. I enjoyed
Yeah.
him being in this. So being the creep.
Yeah, he fits that really well.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much every character he's ever played in every
That
movie.
is true.
Kamara used to see when we lived in Hollywood, he'd be drinking alone at the bar or restaurant by himself. Every once in a
That
while.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Really?
And then he got arrested.
And yeah.
He got arrested?
Yeah,
Tell me what
you didn't
for?
know this?
No.
Oh, I think he's in prison right now. Is he not?
I think
Get out of here.
A lot of
like,
sexual
really?
assault cases.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, come on.
It makes
You
sense.
should be his defense attorney. Come on.
But I'm just saying,
South Beach defense.
are we not
attorney.
surprised considering his career?
line of work,
I mean, you
That's
know,
true.
that's what you do for a living. Is assault,
Sexually assault people. You're a professional
sexually assault
sexual
girls
assaultist.
on camera. I mean, it's what you do. You know, I don't know. Anywho, yeah, that's the movie. That's really the movie. That's everything.
What a way to end the description there. I think there's more. I mean, did you cover all your questions that you had, Kev? But you said
Yeah,
you
it
had
was
some-
mostly like the stars of the movie, the quote unquote stars, the actual names attached to this, and like what they did. And then there's a scene at the end where they're just like, we saved the day. Okay, me and my brother, we're gonna go have sex on the beach with our girlfriends.
Yeah, and Corey Feldman is a virgin. That's part of the plot line. You better cut off your wiener if you're a virgin. And then, I guess that's a plot point. That's the hot dog scene.
Got it.
And he's like, "Get it, wiener! I'd never got a scripts."
But he's hitting. So he meets, at the beginning of the movie, he meets this girl. And then they're like, let's go out on a date. Awesome.
yeah.
We're dating. And then he proceeds to hit on every single girl he encounters. And then at the end, he's like, I'm so glad I'm with you. This is awesome.
Dude,
Let's
he's
go have
just
sex
trying
on the
to
beach."
lose his virginity.
Yeah.
I don't think those words mean much. Not in South Beach Academy, anyway.
I'm surprised he wasn't smoking a butt while banging that girl too. He's smoking butts the whole movie.
That's true. Very true.
Corey
what do you-
Feldman
do
in
you guys
South
wanna-
Beach Academy or Corey Feldman in Meatballs 4?
Oh, Corey Feldman and Meatballs 4, man, all day.
I think that's a
I'd
better
rather watch
movie, but I
Meatballs
liked him in
4
this movie.
all day over South Beach
Was
Academy.
Meatballs 4 before this?
I don't know. It's probably the same.
I don't know.
He
This was-
didn't have a goatee in Meatballs 4, so
This
it
was
must
like
have been.
95.
Oh,
This was
really?
mid-90s.
I think Meatballs 4 was
like
probably
94.
early 90s.
Okay.
It's probably more like 1990, more likely.
It's like weirdly
Anywho.
kind of the same character, but
Well, yeah.
a little more coked up this time.
Yeah.
I think he did.
I think he
awesome.
actually. I think he had a script in Meatballs 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Man, Meatballs 4 is such a way better movie than this, and it's hard for me to say.
When he was judging the final volleyball competition, he's like, and the home team, let's give it up for them, yay! And then the bad guy team, who they are talentless, but they have big titties, so I guess let's give it up for their big titties. I thought he was great as the announcer. That was good.
That was good. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys have any favorite scenes? Or there were some other actors in this movie that I recognized, but I
Really?
forgot who they were.
I think probably my favorite scene was the trailer for Fat Beach.
Whoa! Yeah, I mean, but you're not wrong. That's a good assessment.
Yeah.
If anyone out there has a copy of Fat Beach, send it our way. We will watch it.
Way. Thank you. Dan?
Yeah. That. I mean,
everything was your favorite.
Yeah, everything. The whole movie was my favorite. Was my favorite part. Wow. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I really anything. I got excited when I was like, "Hey, the drill instructor is back to do nothing." Great. that anything with that I enjoyed. So I always look for. It's like watching a horror host TV show where the movie sucks and you always are looking forward to the host to pop back up. That was it with the drill sergeant guy. I always was like, oh, this movie's a drag. Hey, drill sergeant guy's back. Oh, great! But he's only there for like 10 seconds. Already.
So do you think the filler itself is better than the actual movie?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, hey, one other thing that I wanted to bring up. I got a big feeling that a lot of this stuff was filmed at different times. We're like, you know, like you know, where we're like they cut to like Al Lewis and his girlfriend or whatever, and they're like talking to somebody that's like slightly off camera,
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
And then like they're supposed to be acting as if they're talking to somebody else, but obviously that was shot on like a totally different day, whatever the reaction shot was. There was a lot of that where it felt very much like that.
They probably had like a weekend with each person.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there was a lot of like two shots with no close-ups. You know, like when we first meet Al Lewis, like the main dude like runs up to him and they have this entire conversation in a 2-shot or a 3-shot because his girlfriend's there. And they don't get any close-ups or anything. So
that's how you save money.
Adds up.
How you save the money.
That's true.
Especially when you're gambling all of it away on volleyball games in South Beach.
This is a true story.
And getting a club soda at the Madonna strip club.
What do you guys want to?
Pretty much sums up all of us.
What do you guys want to rate this on?
Oh
wieners,
man,
virgin wieners? No,
virgin wieners.
That's
pretty good to me. I'll do that.
You'll do a virgin wiener, virgin. Yeah. Order that at Coney Island next time.
Oh yeah. Got a chili cheese dog, virgin wiener. Is that like a plain hot dog, a virgin wiener?
Can I get a virgin wiener?
That's a no ketchup, no onion.
Yeah.
Is there any? Virgin wiener is a little unsettling.
Okay. All right.
How many parking patrol drill sergeants? Do you remember?
Okay.
He had that scene at the gate where he's like, "Are you?" Does like 4 spins on the list. Go inside.
I love. He did like this thing where he like twirled and then he'd like kneel down and pointed. He did that a couple of times in the movie.
Very much like I think his name was Josh, the like Jim Carrey ripoff from All That kid.
Oh,
the skinny white kid from All That.
Yep.
Okay.
He was like that, but not wicked.
Josh
annoying.
Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, not many people can pull off that type of like comedy without being crazy annoying, but this guy did it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
How many Mr. Tortellinis you want to give this?
Ooh, I like that. Mr. Tortellini.
Mr. Tortellinis.
That's a much more pleasant.
Okay. Mr. Tortellini.
Mr. Tortellini. That's not like it. Now open in Kelly Square, Mr. Tortellini's.
Hey, speaking of which,
they changed the fucking Rotary, didn't they?
Oh,
I
yeah.
did. Wait till you see
That's
it.
Fucked up.
I was just down last Saturday. I was down on Shrewsbury Street. Oh man, I want to go back to table talk.
I get a free table talk pie
from Ollie's.
No, from wherever you get them, because I went to a Woo Sox game, and they do a contest every game, I guess, and the person won it, so everyone who had attended gets a free table talk pie.
Nice.
It's like
what flavor do they give you?
It's free. It's free handcuff and liquid cheese night.
Yeah.
They give it. Was it an apple?
No, you take your ticket
pie?
and you go to
the grocery store,
the official table talk store or whatever.
Oh yeah, their little storefront that they have. Yeah,
and
sure.
You can get a free one.
Cool.
Nice. I was last Saturday. My wife and I went to Volturno on Shrewsbury Street, right down at the end, across the street from Via.
Whoa!
It's like a really fancy. It's like a brick oven pizza place. It was fucking delicious.
Yeah, I'll have to go.
Nice.
Wicked good. Wicked good. Yeah, it was great. We had a good time.
That's good.
Very nice. Yeah, Volturno. Very good.
You ever been to the Wonder Bar?
No,
that's good.
Crazy
That's
enough.
some good pizza,
Never been
too.
there. Never been to Funky Murphy's.
Never been there.
Never been to the Vintage Bar and Grill either.
Have you been to Vulva Volcano?
No.
You want to go.
No, Vulva Volcano.
It's next to Sweaty Betty's. It's a
Next
it's
to
a
Sweaty
medical
Betty's,
clinic
sure.
next to Sweaty Betty's.
Yeah, sure.
In and out service. Hey, what are we? So what are we? What are we? Mr. Tortellini's.
Mr.
Mr.
Tortellini.
Enough about killing
Tortellini's.
square fake businesses and real businesses.
All right.
Who's,
All right,
I think
then.
Dave, you're gonna like this the most. So you go first.
You think so?
I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
We've
All
all been
right.
pretty critical of this movie.
I know. I think we're all going to have relatively low scores, but
You never know.
I might have the highest of the low scores. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to give South Beach Academy.
What will it be?
It was a tough one. I'm going to jeez. I'm going to give it 5 out of 10.
Wow.
Mr. Tortellini's. I know. Super low for me.
That is low.
Yep. I'd say that this is probably there's a lot of Corey Feldman movies that are not very good, including Dream a Little Dream 2. But this is pretty high on the list. Don't get me wrong. If you want to see some nice 90s long butts and party hats, enjoy this movie. But everything else besides the party hats and the long butts, not so good. But you know what though? I don't think I would rewind the tape again and rewatch
It looks
it. But
good on
I
the
think
shelf.
it does look good on the shelf, and I think it was fun to watch once, and that was it for me. So
Wow.
yeah. There you go. All right, who's up next?
Kevbot,
go?
you want to go?
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
As the
All right,
Kevbot,
Kevbot or Kevbot.
Kevbot will go. So, as the Kevbot, you know, I have an acquired taste in film and art. I think.
And
I would-
where did you acquire it?
From Spags back in the day.
South Beach
On
Academy.
sale. Yeah, Spags Beach Academy. it's
Spags Beach.
just when someone spills a bunch of snow salt in the parking lot. That was Spags Beach Academy. I'm gonna give Spags Beach Academy. Hey, I'm gonna give it 6. Mr. Tortellini's.
Wow.
Whoa! See, I knew you were going to give it a higher
Yeah,
score.
I thought you would have given it maybe a 7 or something.
Oh man, I was thinking about it. The whole movie. I'm like, it's a 7. It's a 7. And at the end of the day, I don't know.
I mean, 5 is certainly justifiable, but I mean, I did
Yeah.
it like it's not a good movie, but there's enough redeeming stuff about it that it doesn't get a failing grade. You know, I wasn't mad
Yeah.
watching it. I wasn't like totally
Yeah.
tuned out. I was tuned out somewhat,
Yeah.
but you know, I can look back when something cool is going on and be okay with it. You know, it's like
I tell you what,
a background movie. It's a very good background movie.
there were parts of this movie that I admittedly, specifically at the last the big volleyball game at the end, there was no music. It was just them playing volleyball. I did do a little bit of fast forwarding during that. I was like, come on, you know.
Whoa.
So,
oh my
yeah.
God. Is that the first time anyone's ever fast forwarded through a movie? Probably not.
No, I've totally done it before.
Really?
So,
oh yeah.
I will admit, I have
You
watched a
fast
couple.
forward. You didn't even watch the movie. You just put it in the rewind machine.
I have watched a couple movies at 1.5 speed.
Whoa.
Wow.
Just get the movie over with.
Was this one of them?
No. No.
All right. Imposter Kevbot. What's your score?
Unauthentic.
I'm gonna give this movie 9 out of. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God.
I'm gonna give it.
Almost fell out of my
Yeah.
I'm
seat.
gonna give it 4 out of 10.
Malfunction.
4, 5, and 6.
Now,
Yeah.
what would have given it an extra 6 points to make it the perfect
A good story.
Spags Beach Academy?
Star actors who are actually not ad-libbing and phoning it in. More of the drill sergeant. More of Fat Beach.
Hey, do you think we
If
should?
this movie was 100% Fat
Yeah.
Beach, it would have been a 10 out of 10.
Do you think we should make a movie called Spags Beach Academy, and it's like, Grandpa Munster is Spags with the cowboy hat, and he like auctions off the schoolhouse, and we have to reclaim it by
We have to save it from
Gallo Video, from the mobsters that
Gallo
run
Video?
Gallo Video. Yeah,
Gotta save it from getting torn down and turned into a Whole Foods.
and apartments.
I didn't realize that Gallo Video / Flag Store on Route 9 closed.
Oh, did
Oh
they?
yeah, it's been. Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it's not surprising.
Gonzo.
The surprising part was
Yeah.
how long they'd been there, but I didn't
Well,
realize that.
when you're running a front, it doesn't really matter what your business is.
True.
I think it's like a butcher shop now or something.
There's a
Uh-oh.
butcher
Right?
shop near there.
Or maybe
Is
that's
it
next
Gallo
door. There's
Butcher?
like
I'd
a.
stay away from that.
It's like
They
a.
still
It's like a
have the adult
Brazilian
section in
meat.
the back.
Oh yeah.
For
I think it's
the
a meat
adult
shop
meat.
now. The adult
The
meat.
virgin
Ugh.
wieners.
The virgin weenies. Could I get 2 pounds of virgin weenies?
Yikes.
Yikes! Just yikes!
Hey, I got some cheap plugs if you don't mind.
Sure, plug them up.
Hey, some cheap plugs. Hey, if you guys like fuck beach school, you'll
Fuck beach
fuck
school.
Beach school. Fuck beach school. I'm going to South Beach Academy, Mom. No, I'm working on Baby Oopsie Murder Dolls. That is out on Full Moon streaming. Now we're finishing up the last couple episodes, but you can watch the episodes 3 through 5, or chapter 1 to 3. It's fucking cool, especially if you like demonic toys and that sort of thing. Go watch that. And Teddy Told Me To is a spooky movie that I'm in that's going to be hitting film festivals and whatnot. Just Google it. You'll find it.
Cool.
That's it.
All right.
Oh, the main woman
Yeah.
is in some of the Vice Academy movies.
Ah, that's probably where I've seen her. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
All right. All right.
I don't have any cheap plugs, so I got nothing.
Expensive plugs?
I am plugless myself
Oh.
today.
Yeah. I was going to make a virgin wiener joke, but it's not appropriate.
I just thought I don't even know where I would use this, but maybe this would be the name of a band album, but it'd be called Butt Plugless.
Butt plugless. I mean, that describes most people, right?
Yeah. We're all butt plugless here, aren't we?
This is a butt plugless virgin wiener bar.
I think it would be great if
Hey,
that
read
was
the
the name of
sign,
the
no
album.
butt plugs.
But if the band name was called The Wiggle Bottoms. The Wiggle Bottoms,
The
but
Wiggle
plugless.
Bottoms?
That sounds like a terrible, like, Tinky Winky, whatever those Teletubbies like show. The Winking Bottoms. That's even worse.
You mean the Wiggles?
I feel like
Yep. It's pretty.
feel like I'm,
they're not butt plugless. I can tell you that.
I'm crossing over the bridge into Worcester, and I'm at the intersection where the police station is, and there's a nice
Leave
metal
your butt
sign.
plugs at the door.
There's a metal sign that says, "This is butt plugless territory."
They go beep 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 and scan you and
that's just the new hockey team in Worcester.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
There's
We're the
gonna
butt
be.
plugless.
Hey, maybe it'll be butt plug night at the Woo Sox game next time you go.
Yeah, you get a free butt plug
If not.
that you can pick up at
They're just on the
at the pie
they're
shop.
on the seats.
Wow.
Anyway,
All right. Hey, Kevbot, you want to take us out?
Oh, man. I guess so. I've been the Kevbot this episode. With me, as always, are my co-hosts.
I've been the Dane Train.
And I've been the imposter Kevbot.
And as always, be kind and rewind.
Hello, welcome to the House of Burgers, where the burger's the king. Can I take your order, please?
I'll have a burger and a large.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you mind repeating that?
Just get me a burger and a large. I'm gonna come in there and kick your ass.
Benny and Darrell thought it was time for a change.
I got a little thinner here. What you think?
Thinner than an elephant.
Fat ass.
Midget.
And they knew there was a place
Quit your job, let's mob to the beach today.
where all their dreams would come true.
Mwah. Beach bitches, the hottest in the world, for real.
But they had just one problem.
So how we gonna get there?
That's a good question. No way, Darrell. You can do anything behind the wheel of this car, man.
I'll get the keys.
Now they're on their way
Benny!
Boys got any drugs on you?
No, sir, officer. Just the video camera. Yeah, and a real good one, too.
to the hottest spot in the country,
We just got to L.A., man. All you think about is food.
We about to have some fun under the sun.
where life
What's up?
is fresh.
They don't speak no English. They Swedish or Swishish or some shit like that. The only word they understood was Mercedes.
Funky. And fat.
I'm one of the fat boys.
Which one?
The fat one. Girl, you look like a pot of chitlins.
It's a hip-hop endless summer.
Yeah, I'm leaving for the army tomorrow. You know, going off to war.
Really? Which one?
You know that Saddam Hussein?
Vietnam.
Why don't you just give me a big kiss? That's my girl. What else could possibly go wrong? Disappear. I'ma die of starvation. Man, big as you is, you can live on your stomach for like 2 or 3 weeks. Camels do it.
Fat Beach.
Think I'm addicted to pussy. It's like it controls my mind like crack or something.
This summer,
Put your hands together, baby.
it's the only place to be.
Good Lord.